Alright, what's up, guys? So, emotional topic for me, but exciting at the same point. This was my dad's pickup, and we just brought it home like a couple weeks ago, and I've actually been trying to make a video on this, but it's a little tough for me. So here's the story. This truck has been sitting in a field for about 5 years now. I can't believe it's been that long. I inherited this when my dad passed away. This was his truck he bought when I was, let me do some math, I was 6. It was 6 or 7, somewhere in there, when he bought it. So what it is, I'm trying to give you guys a better look at it. I'll give you the story as why it's yellow, but it is a 1990 4-door dually, 1-ton. It's 2-wheel drive. He actually, though, it's all kind of hunked up. There we go. It's got a 7.3, but this is actually a 7.3 out of a school bus. It actually has a motor and transmission out of a school bus. It's a 7.3 with an Anson transmission, just out of a school bus. I think I remember doing it. It like we had to lift the frame up, or not. Excuse me. Give it a body lift and all sorts of stuff like that, just to get the motor to clear the firewall. Sorry, but we put a flatbed on it. We were farming at this point and doing like light trucking and stuff. So the reason it's yellow is my parents divorced when I was young. I was probably like 9 or 10. Anyways, it came black with the same red interior. Anyways, the reason it's yellow is that upon their divorce, we had moved, and my brother and I, we moved in the summer, if I remember right, the summer, and we really hadn't made any friends, and we were bored. So my dad asked if we wanted to paint the truck just to try to entertain us, because it was pretty much the only thing we had. It was our only vehicle after their divorce. We had 2 farm trucks. My mom took one, he took the other. Anyways, and me and my brother decided we wanted to paint it yellow, so that's why it's yellow. And then it just happened to get a school bus motor in it, so it's, little mini school bus yellow truck, It's a pretty cool truck. I mean, I'm biased, obviously. It's somewhat cleaned out. But basically, this is it. This is my 7.3 1990 IDI flatbed pickup. It's got the 5th wheel on it, extra 50-gallon fuel tank, dually, got a little battery box. As you can see, just by some of this stuff, it's been sitting for way too long. So let's go over the reason it was sitting. So when he passed away, I was 19, like barely, because I graduated high school in 2014. He passed away in 2015, so it's almost been 20, or now that we're almost into 21, it's been almost 6 years. So, and we just brought this thing out a couple years ago. It ran when it was parked, so I've got battery sitting in the shop right now for it, getting charged up. We're gonna see if we can get it going again. And then I've got tons of dreams and ambitions for it. But now we just bought our first home, and we've been renting like apartments and stuff since he passed away. And you can't have a vehicle that, you got to work on and stuff. So for 5 years, it's been sitting idle, just waiting for me to have time to monkey with it. And of course, as you guys know, as stuff sits longer and longer, it gets in worse and worse shape. Like, I feel bad because this was like his pride and joy, but um, it got some kind of issue where it didn't want to run anymore. He was working on it when he died. It was a total spare of the moment thing that happened to him. No one saw it coming. He went to work on a Friday, and Saturday he was intensive care in the hospital. So, anyways, it's mine though. We went through everything he owned. My brother and I, we scrambled to try to save our house because that house had been in our family for about 30 years already. So we saved that. He ended up buying that, and he actually had two of these trucks. One he had just bought like a few years prior. It was an extended cab, but still dually. I think it was a 93 blue, but it was a 5-speed, and it just had a regular 7.3 in it, which was a good truck. But my brother ended up with that one, which he actually sold a few years later. He still lives at the, I call it the family farm, even though it's not much of a farm anymore because we've sold off a lot of the pasture and stuff. But it's written that on the agreement I can't actually sell it, which I never will. I'll never sell it. If I were to sell it, I'd have to try to go to someone in the family, just because it was the last truck. I think he bought it when it was like a year or two old. No, that's not right, because this is 1990. How did that work? Maybe I was a lot younger. I was a lot younger. He bought it when it was like 7 or 8 years old. I think he bought it. Yeah, that makes more sense. I'm sorry. Forgive me. But and there's a few of these things that like I have that it's written like I can't sell or get rid of without a written permission from the family or without a family member buying it. But the reason I'm making this video now, bear with me everybody, is like I said, I've been waiting almost 6 years. This thing's just sat, and this is the first time in my life since his passing where I now have property of my own, a garage, and I don't really have much money, but I have enough know-how and time, I should say, to at least try and get it running. That is my goal this winter, is to get this running. I'd love to get new tires for it or something, but it will come with time. So anyways, hopefully the motor still runs. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to put the batteries in it. We're going to quickly go over the wiring, because I think there was some issue there. He made his own wiring harness and everything to fit in this, and spliced into the existing one and all that. So tracing wires is going to happen for a while. But I'm planning to try to take you guys onto this journey. So and I'm going to, I don't know how I'm going to edit this video. I might post some pictures in it to just so you can kind of see what kind of shape it is, but it definitely needs some work. This is funny right here. So custom front bumper on it, and these are actually them rubber stops you get from like semis, where they back up into the loading docks. He put those on there, and I remember I had a pickup in high school and I was broke down, and he just came, and I had almost an identical bumper without these on the back of mine that stuck out. They almost lined up, so he just came behind me and just literally pushed me like 6 miles home or something. It was kind of funny. Just one of them things you remember. But eventually I want to get the I do want to paint it. I don't really want the yellow anymore. It was a good story, but he had this vehicle. It was a Bronco. I can't remember what year, but it was like a deep blue with a white roof. And if you guys see on here, yeah, this was a Fender. This was like, you guys can tell he was working on it, because he had bought this Fender and was getting ready to redo all the body work. Of course, back then the doors weren't bad, and the rockers weren't bad. It was just, I think, a little rust on the fenders, but I didn't have the time, the place, the money, anything to do anything with it, and so that's just kind of where it was. So anyways, he really liked the white roofs. This was like his favorite thing on a car, so we're gonna leave that. But anyways, guys, that's just it's an emotional thing for me still. I think it always will be. But I debated for like 2 weeks since I brought it home. Do I give everyone the backstory on it, or do I not? And I thought, well, I'm going to, because as I start to do things on it, there's going to be like just weird things that he really liked, or I really liked, or we did together, that's kind of a memento for me, that I'm going to keep, that a lot of you guys probably are going to question, which is totally fine. If you didn't know, you didn't know, and I wouldn't blame you for it, and I still won't blame you for it if you do question. But that's just why I'm doing stuff that way. The flatbed is going to come off. My plan is to kind of make it like a flatbed you'd see a pipeliner have. I don't work the pipeline, but I do mobile work, and I love how them setups look. I will probably keep this flatbed though. I'll probably just stick it out back where my barn's gonna be, just to kind of keep it. I don't know, maybe I'll put it on something one day, or maybe make a little trailer or something, I don't know, or I might even make it so they can be swapped, because it is great. I mean, it is an 8-foot by 8-foot flatbed. It's awesome just to load something up on. And I have an upholstery guy. We're gonna get rid of the red interior. I don't know what I think we're gonna do black and white is my dream. And I want to paint it like the Bronco he had, and just kind of put some of my touches on it, and some of his top touches on it, you know. And he was a truck driver, so I kind of want to make the front kind of look like a semi would, like an old Kenworth or something. But speaking of things I can't actually get rid of without the family's written permission, so I'll try to do this quick because I know my phone's dying. When any of us kids on the youngest date, when any of us kids would graduate high school, or, you know, there's a big party or family party, whatever, my dad, who was a truck driver, loved truck driving, loved Texas. I'm actually named after Austin, Texas. He loved the, see if I can get it in the frame here. He loved good old Texas barbecue and smoked meats and everything, so he built this smoker. Since then, all my family's pretty much grown up. Most of them moved away. There's 4 of us who still live in the state of Michigan, and one of them, she's about an 1.5-hour drive. One sister's about half hour, and a brother who's a few minutes down the road, at the old family farm. Anyways, there's enough of us. We get together enough, but no one really just took the time to say. No one wanted to get rid of it because it was such a memory, but no one wanted to take the time to give it a little love, little TLC. So I got on a post today, or a group. Excuse me. Let me try that again. I got on a group yesterday and just kind of snapped a picture of it, put it up, gave them the same story I'm pretty much giving you guys, asked them what to do, and the amount of help that I've got from them. So there's the inside. I cleaned the grates all off and seasoned it. Now I'm actually just kind of working on controlling temperature and all that. Hold on, this is gonna fall. There we go. You can see I got a nice little fire going in there. And this week, I'm actually, because COVID, I haven't seen much of my family. I'm actually going to smoke a couple pork butts because that's what they told me to start with. In fact, as you can see on the welding truck, I've pretty much been splitting wood for it all day, along with some other work. But I'm going to try to get this thing all ready to go, and I'm going to take my first attempt at smoking some pork butts for my family to shred, and we're going to just send out like little shredded barbecue pork sandwiches for people and all that, you know, just to kind of give them a, hey, remember this whole thing, it's still around, it's still working. So anyways, guys, if that yellow truck is something that might interest you and something you like to, kind of foresee and watch me work on. I'm so excited for it. Like hold back tears excited. Just to drive it. I don't even care if it looks good. If I can drive that thing down the road, I'm gonna be really excited. The one thing, this is weird. I was talking to an older friend of mine who was a friend of my dad's, and he said, I'm really excited for when you get in it, turn it on, see what his preset stations were on the radio. Because he was the last person that drove it. So, it's exciting. It's an exciting thing. Anyways, if you guys want to see more, want to follow the build, all that stuff, I don't know time frame, how quick it's going to take. But please, like it, subscribe to my channel. You will see other stuff. I'm going to switch it a little bit off of just welding videos to kind of more day life stuff I do. We're going to try to keep a welding video like every Wednesday or so, or some kind of shop video. But then I was thinking maybe on Sundays I might post some other videos, that just kind of stuff I do. Anyways, guys, so that's what I got for you today. I hope this video turned out well. I hope everybody likes it. It was a tough one for me to do, but I really, really hope you guys like it. So give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments what you think of it, whether it's the smoker or the truck, what directions you think I can go. If any of you guys have worked on these before, I'm going to need some help. I'm no mechanic, but I'm going to pick up where he left off. So, till next video, guys. I'll see you later.